Sahih al-Bukhari 1071. Narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet, I prostrated while reciting in Najm, with him prostrated the Muslims, the pagans, the jinns, and all human beings. Sahih al-Bukhari 1072. Narrated Atta bin Yasar. I asked Zayd bin Thabit about prostration, on which he said that he had recited in Najm before the Prophet, yet he, the Prophet, had not performed a prostration. Sahih al-Bukhari 1073. Narrated Zayd bin Thabit. I recited in Najm before the Prophet, yet he did not perform a prostration. Sahih al-Bukhari 1074. Narrated Abu Salma. I saw Abu Huraira reciting Itasama Unshakat and he prostrated during its recitation. I asked Abu Huraira, didn't I see you prostrating? Abu Huraira said, had I not seen the Prophet prostrating, I would not have prostrated. Sahih al-Bukhari 1075. Narrated Ibn Umar. When the Prophet recited a surah that contained the prostration, he would prostrate and we would do the same, and some of us, because of the heavy rush, could not find a place for prostration. Sahih al-Bukhari 1076. Narrated Ibn Umar. When the Prophet recited Surat as-Sajda and we were with him, he would prostrate and we also would prostrate with him, and some of us, because of the heavy rush, would not find a place for our foreheads to prostrate on. Sahih al-Bukhari 1077. Narrated Rabi A. Umar bin al-Khattab recited Surat an-Nahl on a Friday on the pulpit, and when he reached the verse of Sajda he got down from the pulpit and prostrated, and the people also prostrated. The next Friday Umar bin al-Khattab recited the same surah, and when he reached the verse of Sajda he said, O people! When we recite the verses of Sajda during the sermon, whoever prostrates does the right thing, yet it is no sin for the one who does not prostrate. And Umar did not prostrate that day. Added Ibn Umar, Allah has not made the prostration of recitation compulsory, but if we wish we can do it. Sahih al-Bukhari 1078. Narrated Abu Rafi. I offered the Isha prayer behind Abu Huraira and he recited Itasama Unshakat and prostrated. I said, what is this? Abu Huraira said, I prostrated behind Abul Qasim and I will do the same till I meet him. Sahih al-Bukhari 1079. Narrated Ibn Umar. Whenever the Prophet recited the surah which contained the prostration of recitation, he used to prostrate, and then, we, too, would prostrate, and some of us did not find a place for prostration. Sahih al-Bukhari 1080. Narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet once stayed for 19 days and prayed shortened prayers. So when we led and stayed for 19 days, we used to shorten the prayer, but if we traveled and stayed for a longer period, we used to offer the full prayer.